By Rampage Jackson.
And that's it. That is all she wrote for Hercules right there.
Danielle Taylor throwing some heavy shots and ends the fight. Cutler is out. Insane airplane toss by Charles Krazy.
Huge knees, two huge knees.
And there she is, Ronda Rousey making her pro debut in excellent fashion. Jamie Colleen just destroying. Cutler says, no more, I'm out. And a quick look at our rules of combat based on 3 5-minute rounds, and of course 5 5-minute rounds for championship bouts. And of course in the amateur division that changed to 3 3-minute rounds, and of course 5 3-minute rounds for championship bouts in the amateur division. It's based on the 10-point must system, judging criteria, and to get things started, we'll go ahead and throw it to the cage.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our fighters are ready. Our officials, they too are ready. It's Seneca Fight Night, Western New York. Are you ready? Please welcome to the cage, Aleister Mcdonald.
Aleister Mcdonald now making his way to the cage side. Mcdonald hails from Kansas City, Missouri, and stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall. Currently fighting out of the 140-pound weight class, his amateur MMA record stands at 0 wins and 1 loss. He's looking to pick up his first win here tonight. Mcdonald trains at a Fit NHB in Albuquerque, New Mexico, a well-known gym in the MMA community. There, he specializes in karate and boxing. Mcdonald is much more of a stand-up fighter. He's very comfortable on his feet. He does well. He's got great movement. He's got good speed, good power. I'll have to see if it's enough to put down his opponent, Alex Perea. If I'm going to assume anything, I'm thinking Mcdonald's going to want to duke it out a little bit with Alex, figure out what his strengths and weaknesses are. As Aleister Mcdonald heads inside the cage.
Here is Alex Perea.
Alex Perea now making his way to the cage side. Perea hails from Buffalo, New York, and stands at 5 feet 7 inches tall. Currently fighting out of the 140-pound weight class. He's looking to pick up his first win here tonight as well with a fresh amateur record. Now, Perea is primarily a ground fighter, holding a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, training out of WNY MMA in Buffalo, New York. Now, he considers himself a freestyle fighter. However, like I said before, he's got a very strong ground game. It's going to be a very interesting fight against his opponent, Aleister Mcdonald, who I was just saying before is much more of a stand-up fighter. Now, Perea is sure in for a challenge. Any fighter coming out of Fit NHB like Mcdonald is usually pretty tough. So this will be a great test for him. See if he can bust out that first win. Perea more than likely going to try and shoot for that takedown early on in the game. You know, maybe he'll stand up a little bit with him. He's not exclusively a ground game fighter. You know, he considers himself a freestyle. He likes to box around a little bit. but we'll have to see. The tide changes things in a certain direction. He may be trying to get that takedown at any cost. The referee now finishing up his final inspection. Alex Perea heads inside the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino, Niagara Falls, New York, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout at a catch weight of 140 pounds. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Steve Ward. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight an even 136 pounds. He represents Fit NHB. Ladies and gentlemen, from Kansas City, Missouri, presenting Aleister Mcdonald. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 7 inches tall. Official weight 140.4 pounds. He represents WNY MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from Buffalo, New York, presenting Alex Perea. Once again, Steve Ward is your official for this bout, now with the final instructions. 3 rounds of action scheduled.
Okay, gentlemen, we know the rules in the back. I expect you to protect yourselves at all times, listen to my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Back to your corners.
Here we are, round number 1, our first bout of the evening tonight. Aleister Mcdonald versus Alex Perea. Mcdonald in the blue corner, Perea in the red. And they'll get started.
Wow, Trent, look at the size difference here. Aleister Mcdonald coming out, a little taller, a little lankier, immediately closing the distance is Alex Perea. Right uppercut. Perea stuns Mcdonald right out of the gate.
Perea trying to get that takedown. He's looking for it, not quite getting there.
Double underhook, so he was in a great position. Greer's a good takedown. Beautiful change of hips. Immediately into side control, stepping over. Good top position here from Perea.
Perea doing a great job keeping that aggression going, keeping the movement, really making it hard for Mcdonald to keep up.
Well, Mcdonald looked like he was going to be able to put him back in guard, and Perea slick, stepped over right in the mount. Obviously, he has some mat time on his body. Good bombs. Look at him raise up. Sinking those hooks in, rear naked choke. That's in there deep, Trent. This might be over.
Oh, that very might well be. Perea really taking his time, picking his shots. And that's it. Easy execution. What a great performance from Perea. Let's take a quick look at the replay coming up right here.
Double underhooks, great takedown, changes elevation immediately into side control, stepped over, bombs, giving up his back as Mcdonald sinks those hooks in, and it was over quick. Great ground game by Perea.
The result.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 1 minute and 7 seconds of the first round. Your winner by tap out submission via rear naked choke, Alex Perea. Ladies and gentlemen, from the sensational Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino, Niagara Falls, New York, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the lightweight division. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Matt Rocca. Introducing first in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 154.6 pounds. He represents Victorious MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Detroit, Michigan, presenting Darius Turbo Hardrick. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall. Official weight 158 pounds. He represents WNY MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from Buffalo, New York, presenting Captain Morgan Kavanagh. Once again, Matt Rocca is your official for this bout now with the final instructions, 3 rounds, lightweights.
All right, gentlemen, we ran over the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do so now. Make your way back to your corners.
Here we are, round number 1. Darius Hardrick versus Morgan Kavanagh. Hardrick in the blue corner, Kavanagh in the red.
Ready to fight? Ready to fight?
And we'll get things started.
Cage locked up. They're ready to go. Both guys meet in the middle. Good overhand 1-2. Right uppercut by Hardrick. Immediately to the ground. Kavanagh just a good takedown.
Kavanagh definitely more of a ground fighter. Hardrick, on the other hand, throws some bombs, is great on the stand-up. Kavanagh doing exactly what he wants to do here, trying to control things a little bit more.
Hardrick spent some time on the ground. Looked like he was trying to get guard there, but steps over into a full pass. Kavanagh.
Kavanagh looking to pass that guard. Trying to go for it there, but not quite. Hardrick maintaining a good defense.
Hardrick needs to get on his right hip, push away, create space.
Kavanagh getting
and out the back door. Do you see that trick? Slick.
Very slick.
Good single leg by Kavanagh. Just relentless on those takedowns. Like you said, his game's wrestling, and it's obvious.
Yeah, Kavanagh definitely not wanting to stand up and duke with the likes of Hardrick. Really making it a tough situation for him right here. You could tell this is not necessarily where Hardrick is most comfortable. Kavanagh now working that little bit of a guillotine there.
Yeah, that arm in guillotine doesn't have a lot of space in there, but that was a good reversal for Hardrick. Hardrick just being patient. He's had some mat time too. Pops his head out at the perfect opportunity. Now Hardrick going to work.
Hardrick with a nice switch over here.
Yeah, I thought he was going out of the back, but great top game too. Darius in there doing work, trying to throw over for an armbar.
The table's turning just a little bit here. Kavanagh now stuck on his back.
Yeah, Kavanagh, instead of pulling down, needs to push out, create some space. Try and slick that leg out of there. As soon as I say that, he gets that space, goes to the single leg. Hardrick just pounding away to the body.
Hardrick now switching over, trying to take that back. Kavanagh not going to let it happen, but now his back's against the mat.
Boy, I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed with Hardrick's ground game. At the beginning, it looked like Kavanagh was going to be able to dominate him, Trent, but Hardrick doing great stuff on the ground.
Definitely. I was thinking the exact same thing. Hardrick showing a lot of just improvement and adaptation since the beginning of this fight.
Yeah, super patient. It looked like he was just going to get smashed, but his top game's on point now. Just smashing away, spending majority of the rest of this round just putting it on Kavanagh.
Kavanagh now taking some damage. Did not finish that round very strong. Hardrick really bringing things around. Let's take a quick look at that replay. As we were talking about in the beginning, Kavanagh immediately taking things down to the ground and dominating for that first minute. But Hardrick just turning things around real quick.
Yeah, Kavanaugh was really like comfortable on the ground. He went for the one submission and it totally cost him. Hardrick was just smashing from the rest of this round. I mean, I think if there was another 30 seconds left, this might have been over.
I think you're absolutely right. We'll have to see how it develops coming up here in round number 2.
Hardrick coming out with that uppercut. Immediately for the shot goes Kavanaugh.
Now Hardrick's definitely feeling good, probably feeling a little more confident after the finish of that last round.
Well, yeah, what a terrific sprawl there by Darius. Now he's back on top again with 2:40 left.
Kavanaugh looking like he's really struggling now on the ground. May want to try and switch things up just for his own sake. Hardrick just bulldozing forward.
Yeah, Darius Hardrick just smashing away from the guard of Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is a lot better on top than he is on the ground, that's for sure.
See some work, guys. Dance.
The referee calling for some work, and Hardrick is quick to react.
Big overhand right, beautiful pass. Set up great with those strikes. Smashing away is Darius Hardrick.
Kavanaugh continuing to take damage. Hardrick definitely dominating this round, as well as, I gotta say, he took the first just with that ending there. He's just controlling the fight, taking it where he goes. He's pacing it out, really just keeping Kavanaugh on his toes, or on his back for that matter.
Yeah, Hardrick just grinding it out right now from half guard. Not even interested in fully passing, just smashing away, doing work. There he goes, steps over the top, giving up his back now is Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh looking a little tired, a little exhausted here.
Yeah, this fight's in danger of being stopped or being finished right here. Then there's another rear naked choke. Riding a little high, but flattening him out. He's in trouble now. There's a tap. It's over, Trent.
And it was definitely deep. Hardrick doing exactly what he needed to do in this fight. Really turned things around, like we said, from that first minute. I mean, did not expect that at all. Let's take a quick look at the replay.
Just smashing Trent. He was just super confident on top. Really didn't get greedy. Was super patient. Really softened Kavanaugh up a lot. You know, these are amateur fighters in here, but Hardrick is like a seasoned pro. Just grinding it out, not forcing anything. And as soon as the opportunity arises, it was over.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 1 minute and 52 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by tap out submission from a rear naked choke, Darius Turbo Hardrick. Ladies and gentlemen, from the sensational Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino, Niagara Falls, New York, King of the Cage and General Tire present this special 3-round bout in the women's atomweight division. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Steve Ward. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet tall, official weight 104.6 pounds. She represents Core Fitness MMA and Rufus Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, from Charlotte, North Carolina, presenting Alexis, the almighty Flaherty. Her opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 4 feet 10 inches tall. Official weight 103.2 pounds. She represents WNY MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from Buffalo, New York, presenting Laura Busy Nizzle. Once again, your referee in charge of this bout, Steve Ward. Now with the final instructions, 3 rounds, women's atom weights.
Okay, ladies, we went over the rules in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Back to your corners.
Here we are, round number 1 in our women's division. Alexis Flaherty versus Lauren Nizzle.
And here go the girls, 105 pounds. Overhand right catches Alexis on the button. But Alexis comes back with an overhand right of her own. These girls are just banging it out. Lauren just marching forward.
Really just bringing that aggression to the table. Nizzle trying to keep up as much as she can, but she just, that ferocity coming from Flaherty.
Well, Nizzle finally decides to go low and shoot a takedown, sucking those hips down, double underhooks. Flaherty doing a good job of not allowing that, getting those hips out, using the cage to her advantage, popping those hips out. Nizzle just relentless.
Nizzle continues to drive forward. Flaherty now backing up on her steps.
Ate a big overhand right. Flaherty just putting it on her.
Flaherty continues, precise strikes.
Flaherty's overhand right is vicious.
And you can hear the crowd is loving this. We all love a great brawl here.
It's funny, the guys are submitting everybody and these girls are here to just bash hands.
Yes, absolutely slugging it out. Flaherty, I think, has definitely landed some more shots, but Nizzle not backing down whatsoever, continues to push forward and staying aggressive.
Well, Nizzle got hit with some bombs and she just keeps marching forward. Chopping overhand right from Nizzle. Marching forward again, eats another big right.
Nizzle now getting some shots in of her own, throwing some big bombs. Flaherty goes down, and that's it.
Wow.
Wow, I did not expect that finish, but Nizzle just kept it going, did not stop, and she got that knockout.
And Nizzle right here just went for the takedown, couldn't finish, but just kept marching forward, the heart of this kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 2 minutes and 10 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by knockout, Lara Busy Nizzle. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Seneca Casino and Hotel here in Niagara Falls, New York, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the lightweight division. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Matt Raka. Introducing first in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 6'1", official weight 154.2 pounds. He represents Niagara Top Team and Parabellum MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, originally from Manitoulin Island by way of Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, presenting Jared the Sheriff Duma. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall. Official weight 152.6 pounds. He represents Buffalo United Martial Arts. Ladies and gentlemen, from Grand Island, New York, presenting Anthony the Spicy Meatball Gugino. Once again, your official for this bout is Matt Raka. Now with the final instructions, 3 rounds, lightweights.
Hey, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do so now. Make your way back to your corners.
Here we are, round number 1. Jared Dumond versus Anthony Gugino. Dumond in the blue gloves, Gugino in the red. And our referee will get things started. We've had a night of some very exciting fights, some very quick fights thus far. A couple of rear naked chokes and a nice knockout that last fight. We'll see what Dumond and Gugino have to bring to the table.
Well, Gugino in the first 2 seconds cracked Dumond in the head with the 1-2, went for the takedown, overhand right, just bashing ahead. Gugino putting it on Dumond right now.
Dumond just blocking, not really throwing any punches back.
That big leg kick hurt.
Gugino continuing to press forward. Dumond throwing a couple strikes there, but he needs to get a little bit more aggressive. He's got to match that ferocity.
Dumond a little bit more patient. Gugino might be a little tired at this point. 1 minute in, he threw a lot of punches right out of the gate.
You're definitely right. We'll have to test out his endurance, see how well he lasts. He has slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, this is our last amateur fight. These are 3 3-minute rounds, and it doesn't seem like a long time. At 3 minutes, it is an eternity. We're not even halfway through the first round right now, and Gugino might be a little tired.
Dumond taking his time, being cautious, trying to watch Gugino's patterns.
His pattern is that left hand is low and just hit a jab for it. Guys exchanging overhand rights in the middle of the cage.
Gugino doing a great job, just bobbing in, bopping back out, getting in, doing some damage, getting out whenever he needs to.
Dumond needs to find an answer for that leg kick. Shoot a straight right or at least check it. Another good leg kick. That's the third or the fourth this round. Those are adding up. You can see the welts right now on Dumond's left leg. Big overhand rights, just smashing, hammer fisting Dumond. Gugino might be in a little bit of trouble here on this single leg.
Oh yeah, Gugino definitely feeling those shots.
You can't just hang out there, Trent.
Yeah, nobody wants to get hit over and over and over again with those hammer fists to the back of the ear. Gugino trying to rethink his strategy a little bit here. Dumond looking a little more confident now. The referee calling for some more action.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, these refs in New York don't mess around. They don't like any lull in the action. Gugino responds with a high kick, but checked nicely from Dumond.
And that concludes the first round. I gotta say, I think Dumond finished that round relatively strong. Didn't start out so much the same. Gugino definitely had to give him that first half, but Dumond really turning things around for himself.
Yeah, I expect Dumond to come out a different fighter in this second round. He knows he can weather the storm. Now let's see if he can put some offense together.
We'll see what he can do coming up. Welcome back, round number 2. Once again, Jared Dumond versus Anthony Gugino. Dumond in the blue corner, Gugino in the red.
Dumond coming out, a little more aggressive. Nice inside leg kick. That's the first one I've seen from Dumond.
Dumond bringing some heat.
Yeah, Dumond with a good one too, but marching forward again comes Gugino.
Now Gugino may be a little fatigued from that first round, but he's looking relatively fresh and really could go either way. Dumond, though, seems to be learning every second of the fight.
Yeah, that was a horrible shot from Gugino. He's lucky he didn't get taxed on that. A good double jab straight right from Dumond.
Now Gugino looking to work from the ground here.
Yeah, trying to work that bulldog choke right now. Is able to get the takedown, but might be giving up his back in the process. Dumond looking like he's going to slip out of the backside. If he does, Gugino could be in some trouble.
Gugino throwing some nice strikes, a couple ones here and there, keeping things busy. Damon trying to get out of this.
Damon needs to put pressure on that right elbow of Guccino, slip out the back. But I tell you what, Anthony Guccino's a powerful kid. Working that bulldog choke right now. And there it is, a head arm, gets him.
Just by sheer force of just power. Damon was really struggling trying to get out of that as much as he could. He was wriggling around, but Guccino just locked in.
Yeah, he went from that bulldog choke to a head arm, basically an old school arm triangle, and had it settled in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time comes at 1 minute and 32 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by tap out submission from an arm triangle, the spicy meatball, Anthony Guccino. Ladies and gentlemen, from the sensational Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino, Niagara Falls, New York, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the lightweight division. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Steve Ward. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. Official weight, 154.6 pounds. He represents Core Fitness MMA and Rufus Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, from Charlotte, North Carolina, presenting the one and only Roman. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall. Official weight, 154 pounds. He represents Parabellum MMA and the Niagara Top Team. Ladies and gentlemen, from Welland, Ontario, Canada, presenting Anthony the Genius Romero. Once again, Steve Ward is your official for this bout. Now with the final instructions, 3 rounds, lightweights.
Okay, gentlemen, we have the rules in the back. I expect you to protect yourselves at all times, listen to my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Back to your corners.
Here we are, round number 1. Our first professional fight of the evening, Juan Roman versus Anthony Romero. Except for 3 rounds at 5 minutes each. And we'll begin. Romero in the red gloves, Roman in the blue.
Well, I'll tell you what, these guys are both really big at 155 pounds.
Romero's definitely proved himself lately in the cage here at King of the Cage. He's coming off of a good win streak. He's been doing fantastically. We'll see if he can pick up another win here tonight.
Well, you could just see the difference in the style and the patience of these guys, setting it up, hands high, establishing that jab, not rushing into anything. Nice, snappy outside leg kick from Roman.
Exactly, both fighters taking their time, analyzing their opponent, picking their shots.
Romero looking nice on his feet, too. Both of these guys are high-quality strikers. Jabbing, setting everything up, chin down, super tight, hands high. If any of these guys on the earlier undercard were able to watch this fight, this is exactly how striking should look. Patient, not forcing it.
A lot of good movement from Romero.
Solid balance, good jabs. Everything comes off that jab.
Both fighters keeping the center cage. Romero throws a big one.
Slipped nicely by Roman, though, but closing the gap here is Romero. the simplest things that are trained. You could see the caliber of training both of these guys have. Ramon just doing a good job of just turning those hips on the cage, not giving Romero anything to work for. Slips out the back door. Now they're back in the center of the cage again.
Yeah, both fighters spending very low amounts of energy, conserving that stamina. They know that very well this fight could go on for 15 minutes, but they're well prepared for that.
Boy, both of these guys are well versed in both directions, southpaw and traditional stance. Nice inside leg kick from Romero.
A little check there from Romero. Once again, we're here at King of the Cage Combat Zone at the Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino.
Beautiful straight right from Romero. Finding a place now, finding his range. Juan Ramon got a little lazy on that front push kick, and Romero checked his chin for him.
Ramon now coming in with some heat.
That was a good four-punch combination, good exit. Finished up with a right uppercut that caught Romero a little bit. He might have to come back to that.
Romero takes a little hit right there. Ramon doing a good job, staying calm, picking his strikes. Another big kick from Romero.
Ramon with a nasty leg kick. That's going to slow Romero down in the later rounds, but that's a good body kick, checked nicely by Ramon. Oh, and that's a body kick, and it's over. That just ripped him to the body, just slid underneath that right elbow.
Oh my.
Ramon checked it the first time, but that got through the second one.
Talk about a rib breaker. I mean, that just ended the fight instantaneously. Ramon said no more after he felt that.
High kick, set him up with those high kicks. Ramon marching forward. Oh, right underneath that. Faked it, he was going high and brought it down, and that was it.
Round number 1, let's get things started. Randy McCarty versus Eric Herbert. McCarty in the blue gloves, Herbert in the red.
McCarty coming out in that southpaw position, couple inside leg kicks. Herbert switches it up. We're going back and forth. Good lead left hook there from Herbert. Immediately in for a sloppy shot. Herbert going single leg.
Herbert determined for this takedown.
Switches it up to double. Good hips there from McCarty.
Yeah, some good takedown defense. McCarty's doing a great job here. Herbert really trying to, and Herbert's got a lot of strength. We've seen him in the cage before. Just like that, pries him away from the cage, but McCarty not gonna let himself go down.
McCarty kind of in a bad position here. Needs to get that right arm around, face him, and as soon as I say that, he switches it up. Single underhook.
Herbert once again with another rip from the cage, but can't quite complete the takedown. Definitely going to be spending some heavy stamina on that.
That's exactly what I was about to say, Trent. Using a lot of energy. Sometimes it's best to just let it go.
Exactly with a guy like McCarty, who's got a real good, look at that, gentle takedown, let himself get down to the ground with no damage. Herbert now going to try and take advantage of the situation.
Yeah, Herbert just needs to control right here, side control. You know, has half side, just cruising, just regain his breath. Trying to set up a Kimura on McCarty right here. You can use that to get out, maybe switch hips. Climbing up the cage now. Eric needs to suck those hips away. Put him flat back on his back again. Hardy getting to his feet. And that was a beautiful switch there from Herbert. See if he can finish that.
Doesn't have too much of a grip on that leg. McCarty now locking down on that neck.
Hardy's corner just asking him to shoot that light leg out. Almost back to his feet. Herbert just relentless on that single leg. As McCarty had worked more on pushing that head to the ground, getting that right underhook in there and shimmying his way up that cage. Seems
McCarty,
like it's just a matter of time, Trent, before McCarty finishes this thing.
No, definitely. I mean, McCarty could definitely be throwing some body shots here and there just like that, doing some damage. He knows Herbert is just focused on that leg. McCarty, you could tell he's conserved his energy. He's still fresh. Herbert just continually keeping that weight and pressure on McCarty.
Well, this is, both of these spots are exhausting right here. Finally just trying to get him off the cage.
McCarty just showing fantastic defense. Has not let Herbert take him down only but that one time.
Herbert just relentless on this takedown. Possibly has a chance. Now with the back, see if McCarty can spin out of this. .39 seconds left. McCarty almost in a position to finish this. Needs to get off of that cage. It's in there tight. 30 seconds. There's some time. Great defense by McCarty.
And maybe it all paid off for Herbert if he can manage to set this in.
23 seconds. Not going to have enough time to finish it, but he could do some work.
Herbert at least getting to finish this round in a bit of a positional advantage here. Was looking for, you know, some kind of progress this whole round. Didn't quite get it there till the end. Let's take a quick look at that replay. Herbert, you know, not doing the best of jobs. He's stayed very persistent for that whole early part of the round. It finally paid off for him a little bit in the end, but just wasn't enough time for him to get that finish he was looking for.
Well, you know, it's funny, depending upon how they score this, if that was a true takedown or not, that really could have been the only action of the entire round.
Here we are, round number 2. Once again, Randy McCarty versus Eric Herbert. Herbert finishing relatively strong at the end of that round, but McCarty looking fresher of the two, as he definitely expended less energy in that last round, was showing a great defense.
McCarty with coming out southpaw, sticking that straight left hand right in the jaw of Herbert. This is McCarty's chance right here at this distance to establish some striking. We all know what Herbert wants to do.
Randy being very confident, very patient. He knows his distance. He's just waiting for that opportunity to open up to let loose.
Herbert with a really good inside leg kick. I'll let a few more of those go. Good straight left to the body.
Referee calling for some more action.
Hardy with that first jab. He needs to really establish that jab from there. Looping right hook from McCarty. There's a place for that straight left right down the pipe. He's landed it a couple times. Just a little trigger shy here.
Yeah, McCarty definitely looking a little cautious. Not entirely sure what Herbert's got up his sleeves, but I think you could say the same about Herbert. Kind of just waiting for see what McCarty's going to do, waiting for him to go for that strike so he could possibly get that takedown. I'm not sure.
Well, McCarty's doing great work right up the center with that straight left, whether it's to the chest or to the body. Clipped him really clean right there to the jaw, but just not throwing it enough.
Yeah, I feel if McCarty just picked up the aggression just a little bit, he could really start to overwhelm Herbert. You just got to find that right opportunity.
Well, Herbert's stance is a little square. He's really susceptible to that straight left. You keep putting in work there with that straight left, you're eventually going to catch the right spot.
Herbert going for that single leg once again. McCarty knows this trick, though. He's not going to let it happen that easy.
Yeah, but that was a big mistake about McCarty. Try to walk in just a little bit closer, and as soon as he did that without throwing punches, Herbert just changed elevation, closed the gap. As we know, Eric's going to be real comfortable with this, and he has the endurance to stay here the entire round.
Yeah, we saw that happen in the first round. Herbert did manage to turn things into his favor by the end. We'll see if he can get things done a little bit quicker this round. McCarty, though, with no intention of getting taken down.
Ref called for action 30 seconds ago. Let's see how long he's going to let this go.
Not a whole lot of action going on here. McCarty could definitely be throwing some body shots from this position. Herbert still staying persistent with trying to get this takedown.
McCarty doing everything he can to conserve as much energy as he can. 30 seconds left. McCarty could definitely dig that left hand in there, get double underhooks come out of the side. Because as you said, Trent, he's getting zero offense on right now.
Just under 10 seconds left. You know, neither fighter really making a huge, I gotta say, you know, I can't really give that round to anybody. Not a whole lot was done. You know, Herbert, again, trying to go for that takedown, lock things down for that second half of the round. But, you know, not really, no leeway made in any direction at that point.
Well, McCarty had a couple really good straight lefts to the body. Didn't use it that much, but he scored a couple points for that. And then it was just a stalemate at this point.
We'll have to see how it all concludes coming up. Round number 3. Here we are, round number 3. The final round. McCarty versus Herbert. Now, I really feel like McCarty could really end this fight if he just found that spot, found that opportunity, and just devoted a lot of power to some good striking. Could really throw Herbert off balance.
Yeah, I think you're right. If he just let him go from this distance right here, instead of trying to close the distance, and exactly this same situation happens, the second he gets close enough, Herbert goes for that takedown, and we'll stay here for the next 4 minutes and 31 seconds unless the ref separates him.
There we go, some nice body shots from McCarty. Could definitely be doing whatever he can to do some damage and stay busy.
Well, if it was me, Trent, what I would have him do is just dig that right underhand or at least cross-face him. As you get there, stay there long enough, that's exactly what happens. Now Herbert finally has some time to work. 4 minutes left.
Yeah, he's got all the time in the world to figure out something, set into some kind of submission, but we'll see if he can make it there. McCarty has shown that he's got a pretty good defense. He's going to prove it's not going to be very easy to get something locked in.
Yeah, Herbert's going to have to do some work. He's going to have to throw some punches, create an opportunity, but it doesn't look like he's looking to do that at this point right now.
McCarty putting that back against the cage, trying to use that to his advantage.
Herbert needs to start going to work right here. He finally gets into a position 3 minutes left in the third round and not doing much with it. Really needs to pull those hips away from McCarty right now to flatten him out to go to work.
I mean, both of these guys at this point in the fight must be exhausted. You can see the fatigue, the slowing down. You know, even though McCarty's been on constant defense for almost the entirety of the fight, you can still see that wear and tear and that endurance.
Well, Herbert kind of got sneaky there now in half guard. Wanting to hold on to the head, he needs to be putting pressure as much as he can with that right hand and maybe get a left underhook. It's hard to get any power with that left hand there. And there he is, switches it up. Now he's able to go to work. Herbert doing a good job of trapping that arm, but there's some little forearm pressure.
Herbert trying to get that switch right there, couldn't quite do it. Herbert maintaining persistence.
Herbert good on this top position here, and reality is he's been in this spot twice now in this fight, and if he could stay here, he's probably going to win it, even if he doesn't do anything with it.
Yeah, just based on control points alone, he is going to be, you know, dominating the pace of this fight if he stays on top till the rest of the round. He's got just about 1 minute and 45 seconds left.
And there's a good short chopping forearm. Trying to get those hips out. McCarty trying to sneak out the back door. 90 seconds left. McCarty needs to unwind that guard, try and get out of there, at least get a high guard, get a submission attempt off to get out of there. But laying flat on your back with flat hips, you're never leaving this spot. Is that a straight Sakuraba move I just saw right there?
I believe so.
I would concentrate more on dropping some real elbows than pulling that stuff.
Herbert just keeping that weight distributed, keeping all of that extra weight on top of McCarty, just working to exhaust him. But again, he's only got about 50 seconds left. Like you said, if he stays in this position, it could very well go to him for control.
And I'm really surprised the ref let this thing stay here as long as it has. We've spent so much time in this fight with not a lot of action going on. A couple forearms here, a couple elbows there, but not really trying to pass, not really trying to end the fight.
Just under 30 seconds left. Herbert just trying to break through, do some damage. McCarty kicking away for a second there, but right back into position.
Final 10 seconds, Trent. Who do you think?
I don't know, at this point, I think I gotta say it might go to Herbert. We'll have to see, though, for the official results. Let's take a look at the replay, though, really quick first. All three rounds kind of having the same flow as each other before. Start out with a little stand-up. Eric Herbert just waiting for that chance to try to get that takedown, which he tried all 3 rounds. Managed to get him down on his back a couple of times, round number 2 and round number 3, but just, again, wasn't able to really capitalize or finish with it. And McCarty just seemed to be losing that fatigue, you know, just spending a lot of energy with Eric Herbert, just all that weight on top of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of light heavyweight action here in the great Empire State, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge at cage side, Chris Belinsky, scores this bout 29-28 in favor of Herbert. David Bruce, 29-28 in favor of McCarty. And finally, Forrest Hobick, 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Eric the Bull Herbert. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino, Niagara Falls, New York, King of the Cage and General Tire present our co-featured bout of the evening. It is sanctioned by the Seneca Nation Athletic Commission, Chairman Scott Snyder, Vice Chair Tina Abrams, Regulatory Commissioner Jackie Grant. It's in conjunction with King of the Cage Incorporated, President and Founder Terry Trevelcott Jr., Matchmaker Tom Vaughn, Promoter Jeff Mahalik. The 3 judges scoring this match will be Chris Belinsky, Tim Corrado, and Forrest Hobick. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Matt Rocca. And now, Western New York, put your hands together for our co-feature of the evening, 3 rounds of MMA in the flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 4 inches tall, official weight 134 pounds. This fit NHB fighter has a professional record of 8 victories with 8 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Tulsa, Oklahoma, presenting Turrell Freak Strong, Galloway. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall. Official weight, 136 pounds. This Jackson Wink fighter has a perfect professional record. 9 bouts, 9 victories, no defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Angola, New York, presenting the undefeated Patrick No Love Mix. Once again, Matt Rocca is your official for our co-featured bout, 3 rounds, lightweights.
Hey, gentlemen, we have the rules in the back. Yourself at all times. Follow my instructions at all times. When you touch gloves again, go for it. Grab the kickers.
Here we are, round number 1. Turrell Galloway versus Pat Mix. An anticipated fight of the night here. Mix, of course, a crowd favorite here in New York. He's got an undefeated record.
Galloway just throwing some thunderous inside leg kicks there. I'll tell you what, Galloway needs to get those hands up. Beautiful shot there.
And in typical Mix fashion, immediately going for that takedown, taking things down to the ground, but Galloway seems prepared.
Yeah, I don't know how prepared he is right now, trapping that arm, because it's about to go away and going to end up in a horrible position. Mix just being patient, going knee on the belly. Galloway needs to be more concerned about regaining guard and letting that arm go.
Mix now throwing some knees to the ribs. And those have gotta hurt.
Oh, those are brutal right there, straight to the kidneys.
Mix just taking his time, and we've seen Pat Mix fight, plenty of times before. He's got a strategy down. He's got a dominant ground game. He could sit here all day if he wants to. He's got the stamina for it, and now just dropping elbows.
Nasty, just dropping those elbows, that arm's trapped up in that crucifix position, and this is about to be stopped. It's over.
Galloway seems to get up very quickly. Looks a little upset with the decision there. Let's take a look at the replay. I mean, Mix just went in, like I said, got that takedown. It's always what he's looking for right off the bat. Galloway seemed to expect it, but just, it's very hard to defend against a persistent Mix.
Well, that's just lack of mat time right there. Mix super patient, knew exactly what he needed to do. Galloway's in no man's land right here, just trapping an arm for no reason whatsoever. Should have switched hips and tried to regain guard, but right here there was nothing he can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the sensational Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino, Niagara Falls, New York, King of the Cage and General Tire present our featured bout of the evening. It is sanctioned by the Seneca Nation Athletic Commission, Chairman Scott Snyder, Vice Chair Tina Abrams, Regulatory Commissioner Jackie Grant. It's in conjunction with King of the Cage Incorporated, President and Founder Terry Trevilcock Jr., Matchmaker Tom Vaughn, Promoter Jeff Mahalik, Timekeeper at the bell Nicole Corrado. The 3 judges scoring this bout will be Chris Bolinsky, Tim Corrado, and David Bruce. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Steve Ward. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions joining us around the world, Western New York. Let's hear it. This is our main event of the evening. 3 rounds of MMA in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of our Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall. Official weight, 145 pounds. This Parabellum MMA fighter has a professional record of 8 victories with 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Maple Leaf Country, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, presenting Adrian the Wolf Vilaca. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall. Official weight, 144.4 pounds. This Krazy, Tampa South fighter has a professional record of 10 victories with 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sabres Country, Lewiston, New York, presenting the former King of the Cage World Champion, Billy Quarantillo. Once again, Steve Ward is your official for our main event. Now with the final instructions, 3 rounds, bantamweights.
Okay, gents, remember the rules in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands at all times. If you'd like to touch gloves, do it now. Back to point.
Here we are, round number 1. This is our main event of the night. Adrian Vilaca versus Billy Quarantillo. We're in the 145-pound division. 3 rounds set for 5 minutes each. Vilaca looking a little looser of the 2. Quarantillo remaining very calm.
Quarantillo just wasting no energy, super calm, like he's done this a million times.
Not letting Vilaca get in any close for that punching, distance. As soon as he closes it in, Quarantillo throws one, backs him off a little bit.
Vilaca with a good double jab, answered by Quarantillo with the check left hook. Quarantillo with a good jab to the body, and good jab low, jab high. Catches Vilaca.
Quarantillo looking for a home for those kicks.
Vilaca laying a good leg kick on him. But Vilaca with some good defense, slipped that left hook. And a good left hook by Vilaca. Vilaca with a great angle out of there. Jobbing.
Vilaca's got some great agility, really making it easy to dodge those attacks, and now pushing Quarantillo up against the fence, closing distance.
Vilaca was just starting to find his rhythm. If I was him, I'd find a way to get out of here, create a little distance, go back to what he was doing.
Vilaca just walking Quarantillo down now. Quarantillo trying to get out of this. Vilaca still holding on. Quarantillo looking to make something out of this. Quarantillo now switching things up.
Yeah,
Vilaca up against the cage.
Quarantillo with 2 minutes left, but switching it back is Vilaca. And a good chopping left. Changes angles. And there's a chopping left again. Vilaca coming back out. Quarantillo marching forward.
Quarantillo doing a great job controlling that breathing, still looking very calm.
Quarantillo looked like he caught him with that stiff jab. Little slapping left hook. Vilaca might be hurt.
Quarantillo, I think, picking up on that, driving forward. Now switching up elevation, possibly going for the double leg, and gets it.
Good patience from Vilaca. Just kept his head in there. Waited for Quarantillo to settle down. Vilaca doing a good job of regaining guard. Needs to move away from that cage. Create a little distance. Working that single butterfly guard.
Quarantillo just working to pass this guard. Vilaca doing a decent job of defending, but Quarantillo landing some nice strikes.
Vilaca has a really good guard. Working that high guard now, trying to set something up. 10 seconds left, no time at all. Quarantillo just banging away.
Quarantillo ending that round rather strong. Vilaca on his back. If he had a little bit more time, maybe he could have set up something looking like he was possibly going for that triangle. We'll have to see if he can make something happen in the next round. We're looking at the replay here. Quarantillo remains calm for the majority of that match. Like you said, I think he rocked him a little bit with that hit later in the round, was able to take things down, that successful double leg. Here we are, round number 2. Adrian Vilaca versus Billy Quarantillo. Quarantillo coming off of a strong first round. Vilaca doing a great job as well. Not quite too sure, though, if he's going to want to keep things on the stand-up or take things back down to the ground. It looks like Quarantillo is a little bit more comfortable there. Vilaca may want to slug it out.
He slipped underneath that right hand, and rather than counter, he stepped in, trying to work this takedown. Good stiff elbow from Quarantillo. Quarantillo knows exactly what he wants to do. Double underhooks, let it go. Quarantillo just relentless with this takedown, sucking up the legs. Gonna pull him away, get him flat, step over.
This time getting a chance to do some work much earlier in the round. He's got a whole 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to do something with this. Quarantillo looking to pass that guard, but Vilaca locking down that leg.
Vilaca doing a good job of getting him back in guard, trying to work that spider guard. Quarantillo trying to step over into that half guard, sucking up that arm, trying to get him flat. Slick stepping over to the opposite side, trying to step into mount.
Quarantillo almost passing that guard.
Vilaca kind of has a slick guard. As soon as I say that, Quarantillo steps over into the mount.
Vilaca slips back into that half guard.
Trying to slip out the back door, but eating some hammerfish to the ear. 2 minutes left. Quarantillo doing some work.
Now setting those hooks in. It's going to be a very dangerous situation for Vilaca. Looking for that rear naked choke.
Good short elbow, might have opened up Vilaca right there. Quarantillo's top game is money. He's really tight and really loose at the same time. It's a dangerous combination that you think you're getting out, and he's improving his position.
Quarantillo just working his way around this like a puzzle. Big hammer fist to the ear. Now just letting loose on Vilaca, trying to soften him up wherever he can. He's got just under a minute left.
Quarantillo just taking what he can get. You give up your back, he's going to take it. Double hooked in, he's going to punish you. He'll let you roll underneath. He'll take your guard. He'll take anything you're going to give him.
Vilaca's got to really move to get out of this. He's not moving at all, not squirming around, not twisting. He's just free target for Quarantillo to punish.
He's in trouble right now. It's over.
Good stoppage on the ref there. You know, we just weren't seeing any defense, any movement from Vilaca. Quarantillo takes the win. Let's take a look at the replay.
Quarantillo just money on top, taking what you give him. Steps over, will bash you with the left hand, steps over the top. Beautiful positioning. Let you think you're getting out, goes back into half guard, then takes your back and just smashes away, relentless.
Great performance from Quarantillo. And we'll take it to Dean Stone for the final announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee in charge, Steve Ward, has seen enough, steps in, calls a halt to this bout due to strikes. The official time, 4 minutes and 32 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by TKO, Billy Q, Billy Quarantillo. Billy Q, first of all, it's great to have you back in the cage and to see you come back strong like this with something else. Talk about that TKO victory tonight.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. First of all, thank you guys all for coming out. I love you guys. What's up, Western New York? Let's go.
You're representing Western New York. You're training out of Southwest Florida right now. How's the training going? You got the injury. You're looking terrific.
Yeah, I've been getting ready for this fight for a whole year. I tore my ACL last year. And every single session I had, I was getting ready for this fight. A lot of long days, a lot of suffering, but I'm here now and it's all worth it. That man's never been knocked out before. I'm the first one, and I'm ready for that big fight.
All right, you heard it from the man himself. You ready for the big fight? That's what's next for you, we hope.
Yeah. What's coming up next is I'm going to Legends. I hope to see you guys out there. Keep going. Love you guys. Champ is here. Let's go, baby.
Billy Quarantillo, ladies and gentlemen. Always great to have him back in the cage.